Hello and welcome to Ginger Man. You wouldn't believe it, but yesterday I went to film Cumbernauld and I'm mid-edit currently, and the opening scene where I do this bit hasn't saved. Or I just didn't hit record, either or. It's no there, it doesn't exist. So this is the intro now. Yesterday I went to Cumbernauld, it was amazing, but anyway, we'll pretend I haven't seen it yet. So, Cumbernauld, show me what you got! Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Ginger Man with a can is here to make your day. Ginger Man with a can, I'd like to hear you say today.
Now, I'm not going to lie, the first thing it's got is a McDonald's, and I've not had a McDonald's breakfast in forever. So don't judge me, just let me enjoy myself. Right. It's been a while. I turned it into a meal, so the hash browns here I think absolutely horrendous. So I've got some apple slices to munch on later. And an oasis. Because I need to wet my whistle. So Cumbernauld, here I am. 7 o'clock in the morning, eating a double sausage and egg McMuffin. Sun is rising. So before I munch into this, we shout out to those who have tipped me on PayPal. That's Duncan McCannish, Raymond Dixon and Ashley Wilson. Thanks guys. This one's on yous. Thank you very much, and I shall enjoy this. I have no idea which direction to go in, so I'm just going to follow the pavement round. Loads of big buildings over there, so I don't know if that's like the shopping centre area. This is the direction the bus went, so bus station, always a good point of interest. I woke up this morning, I got an alert from my YouTube. Someone left a comment on a video and said do some research instead of bumbling about guessing. It made me laugh because I love the word bumbling. I'll tell you what, I do know things about Cumbernauld. Like, that's noisy, so like Glenrothes in Fife, where I've been a couple of times, Livingston, where I went earlier this year, Cumbernauld is a new town. New town being built post World War II. People were crammed in the cities, living in horrible tenements and shitty conditions. So these new towns were built for the overflow of people, and Cumbernauld on the outskirts of Glasgow took in the majority of people from Glasgow, whereas obviously in Glenrothes you're getting overspills from Dundee, Edinburgh. Here, Glasgow heavy. You can get your breast screened here, that's a good thing. This is the Antonine Shopping Centre. There we go. A shout out to the Romans, the Antonine Wall. Now, I also can confirm that the Romans did not build this shopping centre. It looks like it was probably built in the 70s or the 80s. Shopping centre's shut. That looks like a scary car park. New Town Hall, main entrance. Now, it's so early and it's a Saturday morning, so I'm wondering if I'll see some bumbling drunk people. I've got that word bumbling in my head now. So, as it's a new town, instantly I'm already getting a bigger feeling of Glenrothes. Is exactly what it looks like. It's these like council type buildings, heavy on the brutalist concrete style buildings, very heavy, and you kind of instantly know there's not going to be a traditional town centre, you know, with a market cross and an old town hall building. It's interesting nonetheless. Places like this, they have their own unique identity and they still have their own history. It's just more of a modern history. We're not going for castles today. We're going for funky buildings like this. Look at that. Who designed that? That's a spunky looking building. And maybe that's Cumbernaud's word. Spunky. It's a spunky place. I've just seen something right up my street. Right, this may look like a battered, abused, rusty sign. However, it's got information. Did you know Gregory's Girl was filmed in our town? I know it's a film, but I don't know anything because I've not seen it. But I know it was filmed here now, so there you go. Tell you what, Cumbernauld is the home of giant supermarkets. That's what I can tell you. Look at the size of this one. It's had a little bit of side quest adventure to this episode. It's about me trying to find a new wallet because I lost my wallet, and it's very inconvenient not having a wallet, let me tell you. I always feel like I'm going to lose my money, or my bank card, or both. But anyway, so I'm going to go in this massive Tesco Extra, which looks huge like the Asda was, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they have a wallet in here. Oh, they have wallets, would you believe it? Side quest complete, jobby coloured wallet located. Right, I've got the wallet. I'm pretty annoyed at myself because it doesn't have a coin pouch. So that's really annoying, but hey, I've committed now, so I've got a new wallet, and that side quest is over, and we're back to learning about Cumbernauld. Right, we're going over this way. This seems like the right way to go. I think that's meant to say stop the bots, B-O-T-S, bots, because the AI bots, they're everywhere online, commenting all the time. Stop the bots, that's what I say. Cumbernauld is a place that actually was once voted the worst town in Britain to live. I'm not saying it, I'm just here to check it out. I'll probably find the positives of the area, that's what I look for. Some people are like, aye, but the reality is this, and I hear that. But sometimes, you know, your reality is how you look at something, and there's always 2 ways or 3 ways, or maybe sometimes 5 ways to look at something. It doesn't matter. All we're here is to try and bring to the surface the beauty of Cumbernauld today. They're like little cottage houses, wee bungalows. I like it. Right, so just looking online briefly there is history of settlement in this area dating back to as usual, the Bronze Age, and then obviously the connection with the Roman camps, the Antonine Wall. But I'm going to be looking at the modern era from 1955 when it was designated a new town. We're going to be looking at the history from there on, because often there's so much that you could go into. You know, it's rabbit hole after rabbit hole of learning. So I'm just trying to stay in the present as much as I can. I'm getting like deja vu walking around here, like I've seen it before in a dream. I'm trying to work my way out of this residential area. I've seen, because we're on kind of like a slope, I've seen some trees down at the bottom there, a big load of them. So I'm hoping there's going to be a big park. I know there's going to be a big park here. I'm hoping to just walk into it and find it rather than Googling the answer. See, look, a bunch of trees. All I can see is trees. Welcome to Ravenswood and Sea Farm. What's that? So this is the area in Cumbernauld. See, this is probably where, if you go back before it becomes a new town, it was probably a collection of little villages, Ravenswood and Sea Farm. Interesting. Live here. That's what it says. It just says live here. No explanation, just live here. Live here now. I love this contextless sign. McTaggart Road, hairdresser. Like, is hairdresser another street in McTaggart Road? Why the word hairdresser is the question. If anyone knows, please just slip it into the comments, please. So, using my Glenrothes and Livingston knowledge, Cumbernauld will be loads of sections, loads of wee areas full of houses, and people will call it things like Ravenswood and Sea Farm, and it'll be separated by these dual carriageway roads or types of roads and loads of roundabouts everywhere. Then there'll be a separate area for industrial stuff, business. Aye, that's what I believe it's the layout of the place is going to be. Found myself on a wee woodland passage walk. Perfect. So you might have already seen I've brought a bunch of these with me today. I've already dropped one in McDonald, so I'll be dropping a few throughout the episode. My friend Nigel made them for me. Cheers, Nigel, you legend. Aye, so I'll be dropping them about Cumbernauld. So if you're watching this and you fancy finding one, you can find a few in Cumbernauld today. Tell you what, there's nothing more innocent and peaceful than early morning. You hear the birds tweeting. Look at this, the scattering of leaves everywhere. Has this everywhere I've been has somewhere like this. Just, hey, a little bit of magic sprinkled over the spunky Cumbernauld. What am I going to see next? This looks like a wee football park. Now I imagine a big town this close to Glasgow, it's going to be very, very full of football teams. So we've got a 50,000 population here. So we are right into the central belt, where the majority of people live, from Glasgow to Edinburgh. Bish bash bong. Look at this, right? They've got some basketball courts. This is cool, but they've got a wee mini running track round it. I like that. That's a brilliant feature to the area and the space. Very creative. Let's continue on. Oh, look at this in front of me. You see that? That there, my friends, is Woodlands, and it looks endless. This is the beauty of Scotland. It is just such a scenic place to live. See, when you go online and you watch videos or you hear people commenting about Scotland who have never been here, and they're just like, this place looks amazing. It does, it is amazing, let me tell you. You can see some hills in the back. I don't know what hill that is. I've not done much exploration into the west of Scotland. I don't know if this counts as the central or west, but we're on the west side. We're heading towards the west. The mist coming off the hills, the trees underneath it. This is an incredible spot right here. Looking over it, it's giving me the chills, the tingles, the excited tingles. That's what that is. What a beautiful, absolutely stunning spot. And I'm going to have a wee wander into these woodlands and ping the drone up. You can see how expansive Cumbernauld is as a place. I've been walking for about 40 minutes. Go for this spooky under tunnel. And is this what's going to take me to the woods? I want to go into the woods. Is this the way into the woods? Look at the autumn colours creeping through. When you just come through Cumbernauld on the bus and you're met with those brutalist buildings right at the centre, you know, it does create that image of like a scary, rough place. However, when you stop and you peel that back and you start walking around, you forget about the brutalism and you find the nature and you find the beauty, and there's loads of positives already. The sad thing is there's lots of graffiti on the signs and I've not really seen anything that looks too, you know, rejuvenated or up to date, or just it's got that modern feeling of love towards it, but I'm still looking. It's like Livingston, it's got loads of these flyovers because they have these dual carriageway roads that separate the sections. It's all been planned and designed. Planned and designed for that sort of post-industrial British life. Walking as deep into this place as I can. It just seems to keep going. I thought this was all just going to be woodland, but it turns out all I could see was the tops of the trees and not all the gaps and spaces in between. Thus, it was an illusion that tricked me. Hey, I'll find a location for the drone. Honestly, every so often there's like different paths I can go on. There's like always a different way I can go. I'm going this way. What I'm imagining is this area would have been heavily, densely covered in trees and woods and forests, whatever, and when they've built the new town, they've probably just cleared areas of the woods and just left little splashings around the area. Kind of similar in Livingston and in Glenrothes. They're all very similar. They feel very similar when you walk around. This is quite an interesting feeling because they're in three completely separate locations. That's what I'm getting at. I can smell a burn. It smells like a burn down there. Absolutely love this because I feel like I'm weaving my way through an urban nature adventure. So I'm kind of just following the burn down and the trees. But just when you feel like you're in the midst of a nature walk, then you're kind of back out into the streets and the residential. There's a big massive salt tyre. That's a big salt tyre. Feels like we're coming to the end of Cumbernauld. It's just empty space down here. And you know, as someone who used to get up on a Saturday to go play football, I can see someone putting the corner flags out on his own, and it gives me that sort of warm, fuzzy feeling of times past. times gone in my life. Because playing football on a Saturday morning was a huge part of my life for so many years. Absolutely loved it. But as you know, all things change, and I love doing this now. So I don't know if I could manage playing football anymore. The legs start to give up on you. They'll love their football around here, and there'll be plenty of teams playing. There's a psychological trick, right, is that if you don't know actually where you're walking to, you don't know how far you've got to walk, so it never actually, the distance and time doesn't really matter, it's irrelevant. There's a guy, he's putting the lines out on the pitch as well. We've got this guy doing the nets, putting the corner flags up. We've got another guy over here doing the lines on the pitch. What a team, what a team. It looks like quite a small pitch. I reckon you could easily score from the halfway line. It's maybe kids football. They usually play early. I was pretty certain that was going to be the end of the houses back there, but it would appear that there's more streets to come. I can hear a train. I feel like I've walked past the train station. I thought I was about to walk into a whole bunch of farmers' fields, but no, the houses just continue. So, aye, it's a spunky place full of illusion. And I've got some walking to go back to where I parked my car, let me tell you. Look, another mysterious woodland walk out of nowhere. Ran out of breadcrumbs too, so kind of lost track of which direction I should be going back in terms of which way the shopping centre's at. But it's all part of the fun, isn't it? Getting lost. Cumbernauld isn't all at all. Right, whatever's at the bottom of this woodland walk, I am 100% stopping to get the drone up. Then I'm going to be changing direction, because I've only been walking away from where I started this whole time. I'm getting a little bit sweaty. I had to take my hat off because my head, oh, I've got a sweaty head. Right, so this would be change of direction up this way, you know. I think it's hard to know. I'm disorientated. Oh aye, there's something to look at. Same day banners, free design. There's a bowling club over here too. Look at this, this is a fancy sign. I bet they got that done by Banner Quick. Banner Quick are like to the bowling club. Who'll sort out your banner for your boys and ladies. Everywhere has bowling. Again, Cumbernauld will have probably bowling clubs in all its wee sections. And I'm assuming that says Conderat Bowling Club, so I guess this area is Conderat. Interesting. How much of this side of the road can I walk up before this little bit of pavement disappears? I'm now just wondering, if I find a decent spot for flying, I'll do it. I'm going to have a curveball. I'm going to have a rest at this bus stop and fly the drone from here, because I'm running out of luck of decent spaces, and I'm kind of surrounded by the trees here, so that'll do. And I've got a seat at the bus stop, and I'll leave one of these here as well. Some hike. Right, where will I put this? Ah, it's a jaggy, watch your fingers. Right. It's in the corner of Conderat Ring Road bus stop. So, before I go flying my drone from a bus stop, I just want to thank my patron legends who are always there with me. Their names are coming down the screen now, like so. There you are. Beautiful people. If you want to be a patron legend, link below, click it, come and watch some extra episodes, get your name in an episode. Everyone's a winner, and I love you, and you love me, and we're all friends. Peace and love. Right, so I got the drone up, and what I've learned is it's very much as expected. It's lots of residential. That's pretty much all I could see. So I've had an idea, a wee cheeky idea that'll get me back quicker. No, I don't have wings. I'm not going to fly. I'm going to get the bus, because I'm assuming it's on this side, because the side I was at, the other side, was going to Glasgow. So that means all buses on this side must be going to the town centre. Here we go, town centre on a Saturday. Every hour. Look at this one, on a Saturday, every hour, 20 past 50 minutes. What time is it now? That's the question. I'm cheating. Because I looked on the drone and I've seen it all. It's just streets and houses. It's classic Newtown. All the action's in the town centre. And is it after 9 yet? It's 9:05, that means there's a bus 15 minutes. I'll take it, 9:20. I can wait, because I feel like the bus journey is part of the Cumbernauld experience, isn't it? I've got this little QR code as well, so scan it and it takes you to my channel. The bus is late. Thank you. That's the best idea I've ever had, getting the bus there. Right, I'm in the centre. Town centre this way. This feels like a liminal space in here, so it's got that weird feeling when you walk around. Changes coming. Oh, look, they're rechanging it. Hey, that's good. That's what it needs. It needs all this. I'm not sure what I was expecting from the shopping centre, but it felt soulless, and it's got a lot of empty shops in it, so it's kind of feels a bit post-apocalyptic in there. It is early in the morning, remember, but it's still a Saturday morning, so you expect it to be a little bit more vibrant. But the positive is there's the council have purchased the centre, and there's a whole regeneration plan for this whole area, which is exciting because, as I said at the start, it's very brutalist, which can put people off. But I think with a regeneration of this area, it can develop. This must be the old small shopping centre, and then there's the Antonine shopping centre. Well, the plot thickens, so I need to get onto this bridge up here to get over. So this first one's the centre, so I'm going to follow this bridge over to the Antonine shopping centre, which I think's a newer one. We're on the roof. How do I get over that bridge? I have found the bridge. Tell you what, this has been some adventure. enjoyed my bus trip. It was actually really enjoyable. I earned that bus trip. Now there's Asda. So that's where I started. Okay. See what I mean? It just looks a bit tinky. There's some broad views up here on the bridge. Standing looking over Cumbernauld. I definitely feel like I know the place better now. This is all I knew it for, is this bit here, and it just always had that feeling, you know. But as I've walked around it now, I feel like, nah, this place is quite nice. I swear it is not, it is 100% not the worst place to live in Britain. I don't know where the worst place to live in Britain is, but it's no here. Is this the beginning of the regeneration project here? A couple of boys doing overtime on a Saturday building the fence. Good lads. Now let's go and check out the Antonine shopping centre. This looks a bit newer. It's probably got a bit more exciting shops in it. A few more exciting shops, hopefully. Just like Dunfermline, known for its weaving. So I imagine, just like that place I just came from, all these little areas now in Cumbernauld would have been villages, and as it says, they're known for weaving villages. Now, how do I get into this place? Is this it? Or is it the other way around? That's the shopping experience of Cumbernauld. The Antonine a bit more exciting, a bit more shops going on, TK Maxx, things like that. So you've got more options in there. But I'm just going to head back to my van and I'll do a wee conclusion. And there's a wee few things to read off my phone, just to bring it all together. I'm trying to think where else was in North Lanarkshire. I'm sure there was a place I've already done North Lanarkshire. I just can't remember. I've not done many, maybe one other place in North Lanarkshire. And here we are, Cumbernauld. Community facility. We've got the Tryst, which is looks like the sports centre. The Cumbernauld pussy loves me. This one's done. You can't see it, it needs cleaned. North Lanarkshire Council, that sign needs cleaned. So I was just reading there, Cumbernauld is the 10th most populated locality in Scotland. So that's 50,000 people are well and truly jammed in here. Okay, so before I head off home, I thought I'll have a wee look online and read some stuff about the area, because there is so much. Like, you go on and it's endless through time and history. This area has developed and changed. But it says here, Cumbernauld is the clearest example of a modernist new town vision in the UK. Housing was originally built in a series of satellite neighbourhoods clustered around the hilltop town centre. So that's where we are, we're on the hilltop town centre, and everything's clustered around it, like I kind of said, walking around. And then in between it you've got those like little nature walks that weave through, which are really cool. Separation of people and cars was a major element of the first town master plan, and this was carried through for much of the development of the town. Cumbernauld pioneered designs for underpasses, plenty of them today, and pedestrian footbridges, loads of them. Yeah, so as I said, if you want to go on and learn more, you can. There's so much to read about the area. So many projects have come out of here. There's businesses that work out of here. There is more to the area than what I've shown today, but Cumbernauld, cool place, loads to look around. These places, new towns, are difficult if you're going to do your old you know, your historical tours, but there is still something here to explore and enjoy. So aye, thanks for having me, Cumbernauld. I'll see you again soon. Peace!
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Ring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Say goodnight to the ginger man. One last ice cream for the bearded man. Pistachio